All right. More football. I found Drew Cunningham. How you doing tonight, Drew?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm all right. And well, there's a lot on the we could discuss. We'll talk about the team, but I saw something on the Twitter. Stanford reached out to you. You have an opportunity to play there. How did that come about?
Yeah. They one of their Coach Bobby April, the defensive coordinator, came over to school one day, and I sat down with him, talked for a little bit, and he offered me a preferred walk on to Stanford. So I'm just beyond thankful for the opportunity. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, tell me a little about Stanford. I mean, that's a good place to play, and it's a good place to study.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's definitely so much to offer in terms of both football and academics. So I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have that in your back pocket. And what are some of the other offers you have right now?
Some of the other offers are Army, Princeton, Yale, Penn. So I'm just super thankful for all the opportunities and just still staying open to every possible opportunity.
When you mention all those schools, I'm just guessing you have good grades.
Yeah. No, I've been able to keep my grades up, thankfully. So yeah.
Right. I'm just messing around. There's no offers like from Northern Illinois Tech or something like that. I'm joking. All these
No.
schools. No, is your family also thrilled about this? I mean, this could set you up for life with a good job.
Yeah. My family has been super thrilled with all the opportunities, especially since high academic schools. So just very grateful for all of them.
Right. And then when I watch you, I mean, I don't know if the word's intimidating. You're a leader and you're a talker. As I said, which is good. Tell people about this. What you do on the field there.
Yeah, I just always try and be the most vocal player on the field at all times. Whether it's on the defense, linebacker has to be the quarterback of the offense essentially. So just always trying to call out everything possible, trying to help out my defense, making sure we're lined up in the right spots, and then just trying to lead the team as much as possible throughout the season.
And mention the defense. I guess you're the quarterback of the defense. Tell people about the defense at Del Salle.
Yeah, defense obviously has been a very defense at Del Salle has a long-standing tradition of always being physical and flying around, and we've been working our hardest this year to try and keep up with those standards.
Right. I've been to all the games. I think I remember the McClymonds game. That was a shutout. I think. I think you might have had some good plays in that game. Tell people about that.
Yeah. So McClymonds is definitely good. That was our first shutout of the year, so it's definitely very good to get one of those eventually, and then had a few good plays, a few good TFLs. So it's always good to get some of those good plays.
Does Coach Edston still have to do push-ups when you guys shut the team out?
No, we haven't had him make him do any push-ups yet. We
Ask
probably
him,
should.
ask him about that. Years ago, when Del Salle would shut a team out, he'd have to do that number of push-ups at practice. So I guess he's gotten older, so they might have retired that. But you can mention that to him. And then what about this? Mention some of the defensive players that are playing with you.
Yeah, defense, we've got a ton of guys all around the board. In terms of like our other linebackers, I've got Colton Seastra, another senior, lining up next to me. He's one of our other captains. He's been doing an amazing job. And then on our defensive line, we have Chris Biller and Matthew Johnson. They've been outstanding, as well as Kai. And then our defensive back, our secondary, Jaden Jefferson, like Robert Santiago, who have just been amazing players this season.
And then I'm looking around the defense. Mention Coach Jacoby.
Yeah. Jacoby was really he was an amazing coach, and his passing was obviously very sudden, very tragic. But we've been doing our best to dedicate this season to him. So it's been weird to say the least without him coaching us, without having him at games and practice. But we miss him, and we're just trying to dedicate this season to him.
Yeah, it's one thing the games. But yeah, the first few practices were him there. That must have been very weird.
Yeah. It was definitely weird. Especially for like individuals just during team. Not seeing him behind the play, coaching everyone up. So it was a little weird. Yeah.
And for me, looking through it, it's amazing how many photos I had of him. He was probably the most photographed coach, and that was a good thing. So I could celebrate him. And then, but how about this? A memory or a story you have about Jacoby?
I don't have anything too specific, but just what I remember the most about him is just every day during practice, he'd always be asking, how are you doing? And he actually meant it. So he'd always be checking in with everyone, and then he'd always be trying to find ways to make us smile, make us laugh during practice, to make some of the harder, tougher days bearable.
Right, and I think that's how it worked even afterwards. The players, they all had his phone number, and they kept texting him, in college and later in life. And just for me, as I said, being a middle-aged man, me meeting him made me a better person. I'm trying to think of what to transition to. We talked about the defense, playing tight end. Tell me about the offense and playing tight end.
Yeah, this is my second full year playing tight end, going both ways. It's been very good. This past season, been trying to take offense much more seriously. So I've been learning the offense much more, have a much deeper understanding of the playbook. So I definitely feel much more comfortable over there. Just been trying to help out the offense as much as I can whenever I can get in.
Have you been keeping in touch with Flanagan? Has he given you any tips?
I have been. Yeah, I've been checking in with him every now and then. Yeah.
What is he told you to do? What advice has he given you?
I haven't really been talking to him in terms of advice. He just because he was one of my closest buddies on the team in terms of those seniors that graduated last year. So just whenever I get the chance to talk with him, it's just mainly been he's just always trying to ask how the team's going. I've just been checking in with him about how Notre Dame's been. So I've just been keeping up with him as buddies.
Gotcha. And are you going to go down to Stanford and see him in a couple of weeks?
Hopefully, yeah. I'm going to try and see if I can go to the game when Notre Dame plays there.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's an away game, but a home game for him. And this is your Zoom, but yeah, he caught that touchdown. Did you see that?
Yeah. That was definitely good. When I heard the play call, knew it was coming to me, so I was just ready for the opportunity. And got open, and then Braden Knight threw me a perfect ball in the perfect spot, so it just worked out. It just worked out perfect.
Awesome. And then I'm trying to think of what else. School wise, what do you like to study?
My main favorites has been just like math and history so far through high school, and then I'm hoping to study business or economics in college.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Does anybody at Del Salle not want to study business in college? That's like the most popular answer.
Yeah, it's an ongoing theme, throwing people on what they want to study. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think. I lost my train of. Oh, in college, where do you want to play, offense or defense?
Defense. I mean, I'm open to playing both sides. If I ever need to get moved, I'm open to anything. But defense has just mainly been where I've been the most comfortable and where I've been getting recruited as.
Right. So Stanford wants you as a linebacker.
Yes.
Yeah. As does Princeton.
Yeah. Princeton's also as like an outside backer edge. It just depends on because some colleges are seeing me as a linebacker, some are seeing me as a defensive end, defensive lineman. So it's just mainly also just depending on how I develop through college.
Right. No, that's it. But in high school, you can do both. Tell people when you line up at the edge, you sometimes get to the quarterback.
Yeah. So or very early on the season, we were very shallow depth wise at linebacker. We had some people injured, so I had to stay there. But luckily we a lot of our guys have been able to get healthy later on through the season. So we've been able to mix up personnel groups where I've been able to walk down onto the defensive line, just be able to, give the offenses a different look, mess with them a little bit, and be able to get to the quarterback.
Are you number 18? I can't remember.
Number 18, yes.
Yeah. Well, I would think that would do. They want to know where number 18 is on the field. I would think the other team, their other team offense. I bet you they're looking where you're lining up.
Yeah, maybe, I guess so.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure they would. They would want to know where you were. Let me ask you this: the younger guys, because you're going to be not soon, but you have getting near the end of the year. Who are some of the younger guys that have emerged as leaders?
In terms of the younger guys, the main two that main three that stand out for me would have to be Toa, our quarterback. Rob, I was mentioned earlier, Rob Santiago. He's been an amazing leader, and Matthew Johnson. They've been amazing leaders, and so has Braden Knight. He may be our second string quarterback, but by all means, he could at any chance come in and lead our offense just as well as Toa has been. So all of those guys been trying to help them so that when I graduate, when I'm out of here, they can continue to carry on the program.
Right, and I'm trying to think. How about this? People think of football at Del Salle. Give me a memory of at Del Salle that's not football or not sports.
It's kind of hard to think about, just it's kind of just entirely off of football, just because a lot of time outside of football is also just spent with my teammates. Just because in terms of most of the teammates are like now some of my best friends, just because it's who I spend the most time with. So probably like the best memories would probably just be like lineman dinners, or just whenever having the opportunity to hang out with teammates and friends outside of school.
Yeah, absolutely. And who are your closest friends on the team?
Probably Kai and Colton Seastrand.
Okay, yeah. No, C-Strand Jure grade. Kai's younger, right?
No,
Or Kai,
he's a
oh,
senior.
I'm thinking of the other. Who's the other Samoan on the line? The younger one.
Talona.
Yes, there you go. Okay, yeah. All right. Tell me about. I know C-Strand a little bit. Tell me about Kai.
Yeah, Kai, he's a great dude on the defensive line also. Um, he's just a great guy all around, and he's been busting his ass this past off season. He's been a good part of our defensive line.
Yeah, how about this? Other like college coaches that come to a game, they're looking at you, they're looking at other players. Who are some of the guys that are under the radar that coaches should be taking note of at Del Salle? College coaches.
Oh, in terms of under the radar, I'd have to say Kai. He's definitely been a guy who I feel like should get some more recognition than he deserves. And then another guy that I'd have to say just off the top of my head would be Jaden Nichols. Um, he's another sophomore. He's a very young guy in the secondary, but he's a very talented defensive back.
Did he have that pick six against San Ramon Valley, or was that somebody else?
I believe that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I have to test my memory. So, and then speaking of a San Ramon Valley, there's going to be a rematch. Tell people about this.
Yeah, yeah. We're super excited for the rematch. When we saw that they went into overtime with Campo, we were excited that they had won the game. We want to play the best teams possible. We want to challenge ourselves to the best of our abilities. And James Logan wasn't our best game by all means. We still have a lot of stuff to clean up. So we just know we need to play. There's really no room for error in this game. They're a very talented team. So if we just play our ball, then we should be able to take care of business.
Oh, yeah, no room for error. Last game was overtime. It can't get any closer than that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So especially when a game was that close before, we know what we have to do in terms of getting the victory done. So we know tomorrow, Monday practice, Monday lifts. We're gonna have a big week of a hard week throughout the week of practice that the game comes easy.
And I'm trying to think what else to think about here. If I've forgotten anything, yeah, I don't know. I've covered a lot. Is there anything that I've forgotten, or anything you'd like to add?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Sorry.
That's all right. No, you don't have to be apologize. That shows that I might have done a good job. I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's good. Well, we can end on that note. Let me hit stop here, and then I'll. Oh, here's one. If I'm going to do another Zoom, who should I talk to?
It's a tough one. I'd have to say, probably Toa, our quarterback, or probably any of our other captains, whether it's Colton C. Strand, Matthew Johnson, or Parker Bielke.
Yeah, okay. That's a good list there. So that's it. I should give you credit. Number 18, the captain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, let's. This time I'll stop the Zoom for real, and I'll talk to you for a moment. But I appreciate your time tonight.
Of course. Thank you.